Hey everyone, what's up? It's me, Sinner, and today I'm going to tell you another paranormal story. This one's not scary or anything, at least it's I guess it could be scary, I don't know. I lived through it for a very long time, so let's get into the story. So if you didn't know this, I grew up in East New York. If you didn't know what East New York is, especially back in the day, it was a horrible, horrible place to live. The house that I lived in was more or less haunted, and we had gang activity, we had mafia, we had corrupted cops, we had drugs and violence and the whole 9 yards. That was the neighborhood I grew up in. So this story takes place when I was about 5 or 6. So I'll give you a quick kind of diagram. I don't have any visuals for you, but let's say this is my front door. To the right of the front door is a staircase going upstairs to all the bedrooms. There's a division, like a wall, between the hallway and the stairs. The main hallway goes into the dining room and living room. Beyond that, it's a kitchen and the back door. To the immediate left of the entryway is my bedroom, and I shared it with my mother. I was 5 or 6 years old. We had a lot of kids, a lot of people in the house, didn't have much room. So one day, plus we also had a giant chalkboard that was attached to the wall on inside the hallway. So we walk the hallway and there's a brown door with a piece of like glass on it, and swing open and close, had a lock and everything. So as a child I used to like drawing a lot. Today I still do. I teach animation, storyboarding, character design, all that stuff. So I made it kind of a profession, and this is my early years of drawing. So one day I felt something in my leg. I also have like a GoPro type of camera that's shooting behind me, besides my other camera and my light and whatnot. So get this story. So one day I'm in my hallway just drawing. Constantly did. Drawing on the chalkboard and playing with toys. And in the kitchen is my mother. She's doing dishes and cleaning up. So I'm there drawing, blah blah blah. I didn't have any imaginary friends like some children do. I didn't talk to myself much from what I remember. But I wasn't always sick as a child. That I do remember. I'm not too sure if my mother had Munchausen syndrome or anything. I just know that I was always sick, and after she passed, I wasn't that sick as I was prior during her life when she was still with us. So, getting to the story, I'm drawing one day and playing my toys, and my mother's in the kitchen, blah blah blah. Seemingly normal day, and I'm just sitting on the floor because the chalkboard was huge, so I could like be on my knees and just like draw and stand up and draw and whatever. The door slammed shut that I was standing next to. And my mother yells out like, "Ay, puta de sucio," or whatever. I don't know exactly what cuss words she used, but she was like, "Don't close this door." And she comes over and opens it. And I was like, "I didn't close it." And she was like, "Well, no one else is here, so how did the door close?" I'm like, "I don't know." So she was like, "Leave the door open." So I was like, "Fine." So she goes off back into the kitchen, and she didn't believe me that I didn't close the door. And she's like, "Oh, she was like, 'Oh, you're always lying, blah blah." So I'm like, whatever. Go back to drawing. She goes back to doing her dishes and cleaning up. And then I swear to goodness, there's no way that this could have physically happened unless it was actually done with force. So out of the blue, I'm sitting there drawing, and a pencil. It wasn't a huge, a new pencil or anything. It was a sharpened pencil, like yay big, sharpened, pointy tip, used eraser, comes flying at my head from out of the right hand side from God knows where. And mind you, you can't throw anything downstairs, because all I'll do is hit the stairs, because the banister was closed off because it was like an enclosed staircase. So you had to get around that wall and throw something at me. So it couldn't like roll off of a banister and hit something and come ricocheting towards my head or anything like that. So that freaked me the F out. I'm screaming. This thing like nearly hit my face. So it like flew over my head, if I recall well. It hits the board, falls on the floor, and rolls away. And I'm freaked the heck out. My mother comes yelling like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" Da, da, da. And she like comes in and she was like, "Why? What's going on? Like, why are you screaming?" And I'm like, "Someone just threw a pencil on my head." And she's like, "There's no one else here. How would someone throw a pencil at your head?" I was like, "I don't know." And she's like, "Where's the pencil?" So I point to it, and it's like up against the wall, like rolled away. And she goes and she picks it up. Of course, there's no wires or anything on it because I'm not that smart. I'm just a child. I'm like, what do you mean do that to myself? I'm not like some weirdo or something like that. So she picks it up and she takes it with her into the kitchen, and she says like, just stay here where I can see you, and just stop making noise. You're bothering me, blah blah. She goes back to cleaning. At this time, I start talking to whatever is inside this house. I'm like, please just stop. I'm just trying to draw. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm not trying to hurt you. Just leave me alone. I just want to draw. And I'm saying this stuff out loud. And I'm sure my mother could hear me because we're not that far away. So as I'm saying this stuff, I get back to drawing. A couple of minutes later, boom, the door slams again. My mother yells really loud and she comes stomping over. She comes and she looks at me through the glass, and I'm sitting on the floor and I'm like just looking up at her like, yeah, that just happened. And I'm assuming she saw it happen, so that's why she was yelling at me this time. So she opens the door, she grabs me and drags me into the living room, and she was like, "Sit here, don't play in there, I don't want you playing there. Let me just finish up in the kitchen." So I just sit in the living room and I just play my Star Wars toys. I'm sure I was watching whatever's on TV at the time of day. And for the rest of the day, it's normal. Nothing, no other incidents that day. And to this day, I can't explain anything. But my house had its paranormal activities in it. My brothers and sisters told me a bunch of stuff. I can't really recall their stuff because it didn't happen to me directly, so I'm kind of disconnected from it. So I can't really tell those stories because I honestly don't even remember them because it wasn't like something that I experienced. So that's my story. It wasn't scary or anything. It was just very weird, and I don't know like how. I don't want to know how. Just don't come back. Just I'm over that stuff. I don't want it happening anymore. But to tell you a story, you might like to hear it. I've been dealing with it all my life since it happened, and that's pretty much it. So hope you liked it. Subscribe, share. Sorry the audio's a little funky. I have my air conditioner on. This is the second time I did this video. First time I did the video, my audio cut out. It just didn't record anything. So honestly, I don't know if it's even recording right now. It could have stopped again, and I don't know why it stopped the first time. The last video I did, first story that I did, my light, the barn doors on it, like one of them closed like during shooting. So I don't know, just some weird technical difficulties that I usually don't have, but when I'm telling these stories, apparently I do have them. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. Subscribe, share, comment. I have no subscribers at the moment, so if you'd like to subscribe, that'd be great. That's it. So hope you like it. It's me, Dot Sinner, with the cast of Dot's World. Dottie's back there. Heroes over here. Pepper's over there. Donald and Sasha's somewhere. That's it. Thank you so much. Take care.